And hello everybody, welcome to episode 22 of the GrowCast Show. I have with me today Muhsin, and he is the founder of Project Helix. Muhsin, I want to get straight to it. How do you feel?
I feel good, and thank you for having me, Vicky.
My pleasure, Muhsin. Muhsin, what does being better than normal mean to you?
To me, I think everybody's normal. I treat everybody equally. I think being better is not in the sense whereby people are not better off than me, but I just mean better so that I can make people around me better.
And Muhsin, what makes you better than normal?
In my industry as a nurse, not many nurses actually take the leap of faith to come out and venture on their own. So by me taking this risk, I think that I'm not saying I'm better than other nurses, but I'm just saying that it can be done. So in a sense, even my nurses can be better than what they are now.
How did you get started in the healthcare line as a nurse?
So I took nursing after my O-levels. So it's been 16 years already, and I love nursing. I didn't even expect to love it, but I think throughout the years, taking care of my patients, even learning, it's never-ending learning, and I'm really very intrigued about how do doctors come up with their diagnosis, what's the treatment plan, and I will always anticipate things to happen, so that I can prevent complications arising for my patients.
Very nice. And what did you learn in your 16 years in the healthcare services?
So what I learned is actually patients, they want a voice. They are usually pushed into a corner where they don't have any options for themselves. And for me, because I like to read up a lot, I like to do research on my own. And actually, there's many types of treatment options for my patients. So I hope to be that voice for them when my clients come to me and ask me, Muhsin, I have this, right? Is this the only option I have? And I say, no, actually, it's not. There's many other options. So which one do you want to go for? Which one do you want to try? And no matter whatever options they choose, I'm right there beside them.
And maybe you could tell us a bit more about Project Helix. How did the name Project Helix come about?
I think where I got it, Helix basically is your DNA, right? So by me using this name, I want to be a part of your DNA in your medical journey.
Very nice. So DNA and Project Helix, and you want to be part of our DNA. And when you say medical journey as well, right? I know currently you've got a popular wellness retreat to KL. Can you tell us a bit more about the popular wellness retreat to KL that you are currently doing?
Okay, so why I call it a wellness retreat? Okay, people like to go for holidays, right? So I was thinking, why not come with a holiday and get yourself treated, get yourself pampered as well, rather than just go shop, spend money aimlessly. But you still can do that. But at the end of the day, I want you to, when you come back to Singapore, you feel refreshed, you feel energized to start your next. After you come from leave, you start fresh. So that's why I call it a wellness retreat.
And what does the wellness retreat that Project Helix provide consist of?
Okay, so it's an end-to-end service, right? So at the end, we want to treat you like kings and queens. So it's a door-to-door service. We have cars fetching you from your place all the way, right? You do not need to take a bus. You don't need to go down and chop your passport and all. So you just in the car, relax all the way up to KL, and then once you are there, we check you in, luxurious room, and then there's an itinerary for you to follow. All right, it's for you. Basically, all the itinerary is about you. It's for you to relax, re-energize, and there's other things for you to choose from, right? For example, there's if you want to have a massage, we have it. If you want to have TCM doctors to take a look at you, you're more inclined to that, we have it. If you want you do your hair, do some fillers, make it more beautiful, we have all those. And all the price and all of this is in one price. So you just pay one price, you go up there, you enjoy, you come back, that's it.
Very nice. So it's like you said, it's a one-stop solution for everything, right?
Correct.
And what is the current offer that you have for this one-stop solution? What's the current offer that you have for those that are coming on board for this wellness retreat to KL?
So for the offer is right now it's at $697. So again, I said one payment. The accommodation is included, transportation included, your meals are included, your medical insurance also included, and whatever services you use there. Of course, there are also other additional things. If you want to, let's say you really want to be greedy and use all, then there's some additional charges. But for that price, you get each and one of everything.
And for yourself, for Project Helix, right? How does Project Helix make these services, right, faster, easier, and cheaper?
Okay, cheaper, of course, I think everybody knows in Malaysia, due to the currency exchange, is much cheaper, and you get whatever, maybe some services you want to do it in Singapore, but it's quite tough on the pocket, and I'll give it to you in Malaysia. Why faster? I mean, you can go for it anytime. Just let me know when you want to go. I'll book it. You want to go tomorrow? I'll bring you over. No questions asked. And the other one will be what again? Faster, cheaper, and easier. So easier. You just call me. You want to go? I will do everything for you. Yeah.
So there's no stress, no hassle, right?
Exactly.
Very nice. And is it safe, however, to travel in a group with your company to KL?
Of course, it's safe. So I will always be accompanying either me or a representative from my company. So we ensure that the group is always together, stays together, and we are not going to live in some back lorong hotel. We are going to stay in a place whereby there's actually security guard and all that. Even there's 24 hours concierge services. So it's a safe space, and I'll always be around.
Does Project Helix do wellness retreats for small SMEs and corporates?
We do provide services to corporate companies, but for wellness retreats right now, we are just opening up for end users first, B2C. But I am open to the idea of opening up for corporate retreats. Yep.
Very nice. And what is the difference between you and other providers?
I think what sets me apart is because coming from my background again, coming from the health industry, I really take charge in looking into people's health. So it's not just I bring you for holiday, you enjoy, come back, that's it. So I call it a wellness retreat. When you go and when you come back, let's say for example, you have certain medical conditions and that's why you go over and you come back, I'll do some follow-up with you and make sure that your health stays in the optimum level. Yeah.
And if somebody is looking for different type of services, if they're looking for add-on services, right, are you able to cater to anybody who wants additional services?
Yes, of course. But of course, provided if they let me know early, so I can make the arrangements. Because sometimes if they are right there and then, if they want to have something, if let's say the place is fully booked, let's say for example, they want to have some dental done and the dentist is fully booked. So I'm afraid that can't be given. But if they tell me earlier on, oh Muhsin, I want to go there, I want to do some scaling and polishing for my teeth, I can call the dentist, arrange for them, then they can just go there and go for the appointment.
And how come the wellness retreat from Project Helix is so affordable?
Why? Again, because we are going to Malaysia where our Singapore dollar is stronger, so hence it's cheaper, right? And because I have specific agreements with all these places, partnerships, so we can come up with a very affordable offer for our clients.
And why did you choose Malaysia for this wellness retreat?
All right, so I have a few people who ask me this. So if let's say I would to bring you to Japan, you would have to think about how many leave do I need to take and all that. So Malaysia is the nearest across the border. You don't even have to take leave from your work. All you have to do is just a weekend, a 3 days, 2 nights, even a 2 days, 1 night. So it doesn't take much out of thinking, doesn't take much you out from your work or even your family. Yeah.
And the whole wellness retreat, right, can this be done in Singapore?
Yes, definitely it can. I do have clients who actually come over to Singapore for such things. Okay. Because to them in Singapore, even though it might be slightly costlier, but they trust the branding that Singapore gives and the quality that Singapore gives. Yeah.
Are you going to be opening up this wellness retreat to other countries as well?
Yes. So actually, I am opening up to the Indonesian market, right? Because they travel a lot out for medical purposes, and most of them, they are not even really sick, so they just want to go over and because they want to see a doctor, since they are there, might as well do a bit of shopping. So this includes I have a package separately for that, that you can come here, you can bring your family over, you can go and see the doctor, your family can stay over in the accommodation, and I'll be there to make sure whatever you see the doctor for, your treatment, if you under your treatment, you'll go through it and I'll take care of all your family.
Very nice. And is this offer open to foreigners as well?
Yes, it does. Yes, I can open to foreigners. Because at the end of the day, I think there's no limit to what I can do for my clients, whether you're Singaporean or foreigners. If you need a retreat, you need a retreat. If you need to see a doctor, you need to see the doctor. Yeah.
Very nice. And you've got a full medical concierge service, right? So what services does your medical concierge offer?
Okay. So medical concierge at the front end is always about the coordination. Okay, that's the most key. When you call me and say, Muhsin, I have this diagnosis, I want to see a doctor fast. So it's key to have a fast turnaround time. When is the earliest I can get you an appointment? Okay. And then where do you want to stay? Okay. How do you want to go there? So all this have to be arranged in proper time. So that's the first part of it. Actually, the second part of it is where I come in the most, whereby I follow up with you and make sure that your treatment goes well. Because let's say, for example, if you are from Singapore and you go to Malaysia for treatment, when you come back to Singapore, it's quite a hassle for you to keep on going back and forth if let's say something happens. So with me around, I'll make sure that your recovery or your rehab, you reach your fullest potential, and there's no complications to you. Yeah. So when you go for the next doctor's appointment in 2 months' time, you are actually well, rather than if you have complications, drive up. So I'm the one that prevents all this from happening.
Okay, and how can somebody schedule their appointments, right, through your concierge service?
So, depending on the preference. If let's say they tell me, Muhsin, I can only make it on Friday evenings, okay, because I'm very busy during the day. Sure, if it's non-urgent matter, I can schedule you on a Friday evening. But if you tell me, Muhsin, I need to see ASAP, all right? Of course, because I have many doctors that I work with, so I will always have first, second, third choice, right? So, if the first choice is unavailable, there will definitely be a doctor that is specialized in the area for them to see them at the earliest time possible. Even I am 24/7. If you need to see a doctor at 3 a.m. in the morning, I'll make that happen.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Wow, Muhsin, when you say you are 24/7, so tell me a bit more. The fact that, your services are available 24/7, how does that work?
Okay, so I had a client previously. He called me up at 2 a.m. Unbearable abdominal pain. He wasn't able to pass motion. He wasn't able to pass urine. He had a very sharp pain in the abdomen and at the back. So it was something serious, right? I knew bringing him to the government hospital, he's going to take some time to wait. So actually, I called my doctor and said that, can you see my client now? So within 2 hours, my doctor saw him in the private hospital ED and then got him admitted. Yeah. And so within the same night, he got diagnosed, he got treated rather than having a longer waiting time. Yeah. So I go case to case basis. I also have a client who calls me. There was once quite late, but he just had some sprained shoulder. So I said, okay, this is not urgent. So what I can do now is just put some ice on it. Okay, rest. Tomorrow morning, I'll come and take a look at you. Yeah.
That's great. And what sets your medical concierge apart? Because, there's quite a number of healthcare experiences around, healthcare services around, right? So what sets your medical concierge apart from the traditional healthcare experiences?
I think from where I come from, for myself, I'm not just about medical. Yes, I come from the school of Western medicine. I'll not say, TCM is not good for you, Cairo is not good for you, or even Bekam is not good for you, because I read on all these different types of traditional medicine. Okay, so it's about what is the best for you. Okay, let's say for example you have a slip disc in your spine, right? From the medicine point of view, surgery, remove your disc. Okay, but if you are only in your early 20s or early 30s, I would not want you to go for that surgery, because I know there's something that is going to arise in the future. So I will always offer something else first. Okay, there's a chiropractor who are very good. There's TCM doctors who are osteopaths who are specialized in this area. So I will always offer this first. Try it out. Their surgery should be a last resort. Yeah, because I do not want my clients to go under the knife so soon. Yeah.
Makes sense. And also, when there are so many people who always get different diagnoses, right? Mm-hmm. So can you assist with finding a specialist or getting a second opinion?
Yes, I can. So most of my clients, they actually come to me to look for a specialist for a first opinion, right? So when they get the first opinion and they say, I think especially for patients who unfortunately have cancer, they will always want to know, is it true, right? So when they go to a first specialist and then they say, I don't believe it, I think it's not cancer. So they ask me, Muhsin, can you find me another oncologist? So I'll get them one. And if the doctors say the same and both offer the same thing, okay, Muhsin, this is what has been offered to me. So my clients are used to discussing with me about the treatment options before they even agree upon anything, because they know that I have some things up my sleeves all the time. But at the end of the day, no matter what they choose, they know I'm always with them. I make sure that they go through it as smoothly as possible. Yeah.
Very nice. And how do you handle medical emergencies or urgent situations?
So urgent situation, for my client that I explained to you about just now, immediately call the ambulance, fetch him, send him to the private hospital, and my doctor was there waiting for him already. Yeah. So again, I said the turnaround time is key, and what I can do, so it doesn't matter what time of day. So basically, I'm like 7-Eleven, right? My phone is always by my side. Whenever the phone rings, I'll pick it up. So I have all these workflows in place, and what kind of category, what kind of. But if it's life threatening, let's say you call me, Muhsin, I'm having a heart attack. Okay, call 995, go to the nearest hospital. Okay, what matters to me most is your life. Save your life first. If after you are stabilized, you want to go to the private hospital, then you let me know. I'll arrange everything.
Very nice. And what information do you need from someone to provide the specialized or personalized assistance?
Okay, so the best, if you have been diagnosed before and you have your past medical records, your blood investigations, so it's best that I have all this and I can come up with a template, a care plan for you, what you should do, what you should not do, and all that. If you don't have, if you're fresh, okay, let's say you're clean, you don't have any diagnosis, I always advise go for a health screening first, all right, and do something so that I can figure out which level your health is at and what can we do after that.
How do you ensure the privacy and security of a client's medical information?
So my client's information are kept. I have a software that is really built for clinic systems, and my patients have to use SingPass to enter, so it's quite safe. All right, all this information are kept in the cloud. We have our cyber security officer on board with us to make sure that there's minimal risk of leakage of patients' information.
Okay, and what is the cost structure for your medical concierge services?
Okay, so if let's say it depends, if they're just consulting me over the phone or over Zoom, I don't charge. But if let's say you want me to come down, I have to go down to you and assess you, look through your report and see what's what. Then there's a minimum charge of at least $100. Okay, depending on the time of day that I come, the urgency of the matter. Yeah, so it's $100 onward, but it will not cross 200 lah.
Can you assist with medical-related travel arrangements?
Oh yes, definitely. So this is something that I have been passionate about for a few years actually. So it's something called travel medicine, right? And I'm big into this, whereby before my clients travel, like say for example, I just met a client yesterday. He's supposed to go to India on the 16th. So it's his first time going. So first thing I tell him, tell me where you stay, tell me where you're going. I want to know what's your itinerary because I want to see where are the nearest hospitals for you. That's one. Secondly, you're going to India. There are certainly some health risks involved. I need to see your vaccination history. I need to know, are you properly vaccinated? And let's say, for example, do you need anti-malarial pills and all that? What's the food and water hygiene that you need to take care of over there? So this is what I went through him. It's like a pre-travel checklist that I do. So in terms of, in the event of medical emergency happen, they have the contact number there. They know where to go and who can assist them. Yeah. And then after that, he wants me to follow him in. So I'm going with him on the 16th of Jan, just to ensure that he's safe there, because he has multiple conditions which the wife don't feel safe for him to go alone.
Which city are you going to?
New Delhi.
I'll tell you where to go and eat some good food.
Sure, all right, nice. Yes.
How does your medical concierge leverage technology to enhance client experiences? So, I mean, I'm sure you use a lot of technology, like you said, you mentioned about the cybersecurity as well, right? But how does your medical concierge leverage technology to enhance clients' experiences?
As of now, yes, when I talk about technology, it's just the back end, just to make sure that my patients' confidential information are protected. But on the front end, it's practically still much of a manual, because I do provide a lot of personal touch and all that. But of course, moving forward, we are looking into automating things and coming up with a proper system where clients can get us easier from wherever they are around the world, through us, whichever hospitals that they want to go in Asia, they can just go. So one click, but the click comes to us. We do everything, go back to them. Yeah.
What specific expertise or qualifications does your concierge staff possess?
So in my team, I'm the only one with the healthcare experience. My back-end team, they are good. They have very good protocols to do their follow-ups, and how basically their customer service is good, right? And I need people like that, who can provide a very quality customer service. And of course, after that, the follow-up. It's not just about during that period, but after that, that matters. That matters, yeah.
How quickly can your service adapt to changing healthcare needs or trends?
Oh, okay. I've adapted to change quite a fair bit in the past 16 years, whereby last time in the hospital we're using paper, then switch to using computer, and all. So I'm like a chameleon, so to speak, that I can adapt to change quite fast. But of course, if there's sudden changes, it takes me a while. But I think I'm quite proficient in that also, because sometimes my patients, they seem well, the next minute they can just collapse, and also your mind has to be fast. So I I think I'm quite good in that, in terms of if life throws you something, you just have to, you can't just stand there and why. Yeah. Okay, what's next? What to do? Yeah.
Very solution oriented.
Yeah.
Very nice. And do you offer a dedicated personal concierge for each client?
As of now, yes. Of course, I can still handle, but of course, I would like to build a whole team whereby when new clients on board, a specific person will take care, and I would like that person to continue all the way, because the trust is important, the relationship is important. I do not want my clients to be a transaction. Never, my clients are never a transaction. It's always a relation. Yeah. So like for me, whichever clients I've served, I will never pass them on to somebody else. Yeah, because they take me for me. Yeah. So I'm going to continue serving them.
What partnerships or collaborations, and who do you have these partnerships with in the healthcare world in Singapore?
So in Singapore, I work with a lot of allied health professionals like physiotherapists, TCM physicians, mental health coaches, dietitians, counselors, psychiatrists, and even doctors. So it's all about my patients. Okay, what I do not want to, definitely I cannot do what a physiotherapist do. I cannot do what TCM doctors do. So if my client needs a service from someone, I do not want to take that away from them. So that's why I work with all these allied health professionals, and it's like a consolidated effort to give the patient the best.
Makes sense. Can you also customize your services based on individual health goals?
Yes, definitely. I do not send a template to all my patients, because to me, my patients are all humans. Not one person who has high blood pressure is not the same as another person that has high blood pressure. Okay, because the medications are different, what they eat are different, and what their lifestyle are different. So I cannot take, okay, your plan I give to this person is not going to work. So I really look into your lifestyle, your background, and how can I fit in something that suits you without making too much changes. Because we assume we are creatures of habits. If I just want to change your habit just like that, it's not going to work. It's not going to last long. So I figure I always personalize something so that it's never drastic, but it works.
What measures do you take to ensure a seamless, stress-free healthcare experience for your clients?
I think I will always try to think of things from a patient's point of view. Okay, and I think my experience in the hospital for 16 years also taught me a lot. Whereby patients always comes to me with their feedback, like why it can be negative or positive feedback. So I learn from all these experiences, and I come up with me and my team, we come up with like a customer service policy, right? And we always think about the negative things. We always prepare for the negative things so that we know what to do so that it doesn't happen. Yeah.
And I've come to my last question, but I do want to carry on this conversation offline as well, and maybe get you on another time as well, because I think that's going to be quite fun.
Please.
So my last but not least question, very important, is your medical concierge affiliated with any specific medical institution or network?
No, we do not affiliate specifically with anyone, because to me, I do not represent the hospitals. I represent my clients. So like in Singapore, I work with all private hospitals, right? So whichever my client wants to go to, I send them there. Even in other countries, I do not just work with one private hospital, I work with many. So which is the best for my client, I'll send them. Yeah.
So you work with both government and private hospitals, right?
I do not work with government hospitals, but yes, I do have clients who are unable to afford private, right? So I still give them the advice on, okay, you go to this government hospital, which is the doctor for you. But of course, I cannot coordinate the things, but I can still come in after they have gotten the treatment from the government hospital. They can still take me on and make sure that when they're at home, they recover properly. Yeah.
And in Singapore, which private hospital specifically do you work with?
I work with Mount E Novena, Mount E Orchard, Farrer Park Hospital, Glen Eagles, Parkway East. Yeah.
Very nice. Is there any one that you have your preference, or do you feel that some are more expensive than others, or do you feel that in Singapore, all the private hospitals, they have reached a certain level of competence that all of them are amazing?
I think in Singapore, the hospitals are quite competitive, and it's quite about the same quality, the level. But my clients, especially from Indonesia, they say, I only want to go to this hospital because my friend says this is good. Sure, I'll bring you to the hospital. Yeah. So it all depends. If let's say they have no preference, so the best I will always go to is Mount E Orchard, because it's in Orchard, right? And it's the best place for you to go. You can just go shopping and all that. Yeah. So that's what I offer.
Very nice. And that was Muhsin, the founder of Project Helix, on episode episode number 22 of the GrowCast Show. Muhsin, did I cover everything and anything, or do you feel there's something that I might have missed out?
I think if I want to continue talking, I'm gonna talk to you the whole day, Vicky.
No, I think we've got good stuff.
Yeah.
I think we covered about 30, 40 questions. That's a good 6 months.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot, my man. So we're going to go deeper into that as well. And I'm going to carry on this conversation offline because I've got some ideas for Muhsin. And if you need any help with your personal health, you need a concierge service, you want a wellness retreat, you know who to look for. That's Muhsin from Project Helix. And that was Vicky tuning out of episode 22. I will see you all real soon on the next episodes. See you all, everybody. Cheers.